So tonight, in my Instant Pot, I'm going to make butter chicken, which is a nice curry kind of dish in my Instant Pot. My daughter-in-law in Montana sent me this recipe and suggested I try this because she and my son are doing the Whole30 diet this month, getting done with the holidays and trying to get back on track, being healthy. So we're not on the Whole30 diet, but I'm gonna try to make this as close to Whole30 as I can. And one of the ways I'm going to do that is to cook, instead of serving my butter chicken over regular rice, I'm going to make cauliflower rice, which is really easy and healthy and fun to do. So what I've done, I've gotten my food processor set up here, and I'm going to use my the grater attachment to my food processor. Oops, there we go. Got that on there. And I've just cut up this cauliflower into little chunks. So I'm going to feed some of that in there and then use my little attachment here and just grate that up. And I'll just keep doing that until I've got a good bit of this cauliflower grated up. Okay, so I'm just going to grate up a little more cauliflower into here. And now I'm going to empty this. It looks so good. It looks like rice. You see that? All right. And I'm going to just put that into this bowl and set it aside and cook that up later when my butter chicken is done or is cooking. Okay, so for this recipe, I am using ghee, which is clarified butter. I bought this at the grocery store today. I haven't cooked with ghee before. But apparently my son says it's extremely easy to just make your own. You just warm up butter and then you separate the milk fats from the butter and you end up with clarified butter. The beauty of this is that it's great for folks who are lactose intolerant because it has no milk fats in it, and it lasts for a long time unrefrigerated, and unlike butter, you can heat it up at much higher temperatures and it won't burn. So what I'm going to do, I've heated up my Instant Pot on saute, and I am going to use 2 tablespoons of this fine ghee. It's liquid now because it's at room temperature. And then I'm going to brown 2 shallots that I've cut up, about 5 cloves of garlic that I've chopped up, and this is a couple tablespoons of fresh grated ginger. I'm also going to add some chopped yellow sweet pepper. Okay, so that ghee is nice and hot. It's spitting hot in there. I'm going to add my shallots. Let me just say, when I chopped up those shallots, they made my eyes water, more than sweet onions do. And then my ginger and my garlic and yellow pepper. And I will stir that up and just let that saute in that nice ghee butter for about 3 minutes. Okay, so my veggies are sauteing there. They smell really good. I'm going to add, this is my spice mix. I've got 2 tablespoons of Penzeys curry powder and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. You can make your own spice mix with coriander powder and garam masala and paprika, but I just like the premixed curry powder that Penzeys make, so that's what I'm throwing in here. All right, so now what I'm going to add is 3 10-ounce cans of diced tomatoes with green chilies. And that smells good. It's spicy. You can smell it in my kitchen. And just stir that up so that I can get all those little bits of garlic and shallots and everything off the bottom of that pan. We'll just let that heat up for a bit. Now, I am going to add, I have 6 boneless chicken thighs. You can use chicken breasts if you prefer. I love chicken thighs in Indian food. So I'm just going to pop these in here, and then I'm going to pressure cook this for 10 minutes and use a 10-minute natural release. So make sure your sealing ring is on your Instant Pot lid, and we will turn this off so we're no longer sauteing. Wipe down my lid and my edges so that I get a good seal on this. Okay, and then I'm going to seal up my Instant Pot. You want to make sure that your valve up here is pointing to sealing. And then I'm going to hit pressure cook on high for 10 minutes. If you have a pressure cooker that doesn't have the high button, you're going to use the manual button. So now I just walk away and we'll let that pressure cook. Okay, so in order to cook my cauliflower rice, I'm just going to saute it for a little bit just to heat it up. You don't want it to get mushy. I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil into this deep frying pan. Let that get hot for just a second. It's probably in pretty good shape. And I am going to just put this in there. Ooh, and it's sizzling and it's going to be great. All right, smells good. I'm going to stir that up, turn this down so it doesn't burn. Stir that in there. And now that's down onto low, and I'm just going to put a lid on that and set my timer for 3 minutes. Okay, so this has gone for about 3 minutes in here, and it looks really good. It looks like rice. You don't want to cook it too long because cauliflower can get mushy. But it's good. It's going to be really nice with that curried chicken on top. Perfect. Now I'm just going to turn it off, and it'll be nice and warm when we're ready to eat. Cool. Okay, so now this has pressure cooked for 10 minutes, and then it did a natural release for now we're up to 11 minutes. So I'm going to let that remaining steam out of there. And then I'm going to pull the chicken out of that sauce, and I'm going to use one of my favorite kitchen tools, my immersion blender, to make a nice creamy sauce out of all that good curry deliciousness. Okay, so my little valve popped down. All of the pressure, all that extra steam is out of there. So I can open this up. Ooh, it looks so good. It's very pretty, and that chicken looks really good. Now, I want all of my video viewers to know that I took these tongs and washed them with hot soapy water before I'm putting them back in here to pull out all my chicken pieces. So we're going to put those, putting those on a clean plate. I had 6 pieces. I love chicken thighs. They're just such a fun thing to cook with. And we'll leave some of those chunks of those tomatoes in there. Okay, so now, whew, that's kind of good and sloppy and soupy. Don't fall off of there, buddy. All right, so now what I'm going to do is stir this up and add another couple tablespoons of this fine ghee. This is what makes it butter chicken. Okay? And then I'm going to add about half a can of coconut milk, which is always a wonderful ingredient to have in curry dishes. Okay? So I'm popping that in there, stirring that up a little bit, and I'm going to turn this off so it's not cooking anymore. I'm going to plug in my immersion blender, which is a super fun thing to do. And I'm just sticking this in there, blending that up until it's nice and smooth. Okay, so I cut up all this chicken and I'm putting it back in my sauce without making too big of a mess. It really looks pretty and it smells so good. All right. And then I'm just going to stir that up. And it really looks good. It looks like something you'd have in a really nice high-class Indian restaurant, which I love. Okay, so we are ready to eat. I'm so excited. Here is our extremely healthy And that looks like rice, cauliflower rice. I'm going to put a little bit of that on each plate. And then serve up some buttered chicken on top of that. It looks so good. All right. A little bit more, a little on this side. And then I have a little bit of chopped cilantro that I'm going to put on each one of those. And even though it looks really, really pretty, I have to take a bite and see if it turned out okay. It's delicious. This is so good. Pretty spicy with as much curry powder as I put in there, but it's exquisite. So I highly recommend this, especially if you're doing the Whole30 diet, and even if you're not. And I just hope you're enjoying your Instant Pot. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. But also send me suggestions and questions in the comments, and I will be happy to answer any questions. And I also welcome your suggestions about other recipes you'd like to see us try on this channel. Thank you, and enjoy your Instant Pot and enjoy good cooking.